you see that? Okay, back on track here. So, scout the far west zone where the hog trap is. We've got that.
One.
Yeah. Scout the zone south of camp. Now, the south of the camp area, I have no idea whether that's going to end up being super marshy or what, but it looks like it's got the potential.
Well, getting close to the, it could be.
Well, we're not going to.
We're going to be on the west side.
Yes, and Jeff and I have walked around in here, and we did find tracks that one time where that, I don't even know what we call it, a beaver den or Sasquatch hut, or I still have no idea, but that's where we also saw those wild hogs. But let's see here, scout the area north of camp and along. Now, originally I put on here along the edge of the marsh, but we need to stay away from the marshes, period. If you start seeing cattails, you need to back into the woods about 50 yards. We've got a nighttime hike coming up tonight where we're going to hike in two different directions. If they are in the area at night, we're going to try to confuse them.
Do you have a split trail that you're going to do?
Yeah, this one and that one. We're going to split up from here and go off on foot. But that's part of the reason why we're hiking it during the daytime, is so we'll know the trail
tonight. Okay.
So we less likely to fall and bust our ass. I was planning on trying to get a lot of drone footage today, but with all the duck hunters, it might not be a good idea.
You think somebody would shoot your drone?
Hell yeah, they would.
I would.
The only thing that would keep them from that is if they thought it was a game ranger's drone or something.
Well,
So, but anyway, drone footage. Later on tonight, we've got some camp conversations that we need to have. We're going to have a designated time of silence tonight around the campfire where all we're going to do is listen for 45 minutes to an hour. We're not going to be talking, we're just going to be listening. This will be 10 o'clock.
did you bring your mic?
Yes, we need to get your audio equipment online for tonight. And time-lapse camera. We need to go collect the time-lapse camera that's watching this marsh as soon as that guy leaves. And I brought a secret weapon for Saturday night that we're going to utilize. And we're not going to talk about what it is on camera, so anyway.
Push pause.
Because it's secret.
No, it's top secret information.
Top secret.
So you guys can take, if you want a map, take a map. I'll keep this one. And you fold it up, put it in there, give you an idea where you're going. We're going to stay away from the marshes as best we can. And we'll stay away from vehicles.
Do you want to designate teams now?
Yes, we need to divvy up the teams. Let's see here. I don't really care, but put it in your pocket.
I'm gonna go that way so I can look for places to hang my
Okay,
recorder.
that's good, because the further away we can hang it from the gunfire, probably the more accurate the audio would be. Okay. So let's kind of go over this here. Now, what are we really looking for here? Okay, of course we're looking for footprints, right? You got to know where to look for footprints. Be looking for mud holes, dried up, dirt like this right here in front of the campfire, where if they did step in it, you would see it. Now, the chances of you seeing a Bigfoot footprint in grass and stuff like that, yeah, you'll see them, but they're not even going to be castable. And even then, they're going to be arguable. Well, is that what we think it is? Is that the target species, or is that something else? Or, it's kind of hard to tell. So yes, we're looking for mud holes, but we're not trying to get too close to the marshes for obvious reasons. Another thing that needs to be taken into consideration is these tree structures, tree breaks. Okay, so what we're looking for is unusual fresh tree breaks that are about 8-9 feet up in the air. You'll have to look up. They'll be over your head probably. And not only will they be broken down, but they will be twisted. And you'll actually see the twists, and it'll be splined. So we're looking for those. We're looking for unusual types tree structures. We have been told that people have found full-blown tree structures out here on this property. However, Jeff and I and the guys, we have never found anything that we didn't consider to be human, probable human.
Manipulations.
Yeah, just people. Sometimes, guys will, throw a bunch of brush up against a tree, and then they'll sit behind the tree and they'll wait for deer to walk by and shoot them. That's the plan. We're going to stay in contact. If you find something that you think is evidence, we're going to start out by trying to use our cell phones, and you're going to take a picture of it and send it to the rest of the group, and we will we'll try to use that. If not, we'll use the radios. Now, we've only got so much battery on the radios, so we're going to try to stay off the radios. The radios are not for chit-chatting, plus the radios are loud.
Slow motion walking away. Cherry.
Get a move on.
Probably be deer here.
Yeah, or villas or hogs. Hogs usually make a bigger mess, though. Was it done by a machine? Oh, it almost looks like there's a trail going up here. Let's go check it out.
Oh, they cut it down right here.
Well, why would we do that?
Is that cut?
Yeah, that's one of those machines.
Oh, yeah. You can see all the tracks. Well, there's another one that would right there. Looks like they're making it.
Look for footprints. We may not be the only ones that are curious. This would be a good place to have a blind if you're deer hunting. This place is cool looking though. Look at where we came out. We're in a bowl. Yeah. We need to go out up there. You can see the lake back behind us. This is a pretty high elevation.
I'd say
Okay, Sherry. Ooh, that's pretty large.
it's 14.
14
and a
being-
half.
Now measure how wide that is.
About 6.
6. Wow.
Okay.
Well, there's another one here, but that one's smaller. Huh. But the way that toe is up in the corner, that I mean, it's sand. I mean, you're not going to get toe definition out here. Wow.
That one
What is
does.
this right here?
That's probably a hog or something.
That one.
The way the toes around it, or that could be a heel. That could be a heel. But the spread makes it look human.
The other one was 12.
Yeah.
That's about what this one is.
Measure the heel on that one and then how wide it is.
4.
It may be the same one.
4.
Yeah, same.
It's about the same. It's 12 inches long, about 4.
The weight was on this is going uphill, but the spread between the two is. I mean, go ahead and measure that.
Where's the heel? Right there.
Heel to heel, roughly 3 foot.
3 feet.
Here I was doing a little experimenting with a time-lapse camera that I left out watching over a marsh. I screwed up. I didn't have the settings set properly, so I didn't get any evidence from this. It's kind of a shame, but I'm going to figure it out. It's watching over this marsh.
Brian, I want to hear that story about when you all went down to Eufaula. Somebody had the recorder out and caught the noise of the lid.
Oh, you're talking about. Yeah, you're talking about whenever I was out with the No-Bro people, and I made a Dutch oven meal of
Like pot pie.
chicken pot pie,
That was it.
and we got up the next morning, and I go to and we had left half the pot pie in there. It was still half full in Dutch oven, and my original thought was, well, I may throw this back on the fire and eat it tomorrow morning. Get up the next morning, and I take the lid off, and it's gone. And there's some ashes in there. I mean, like the lid was on it, but all the pot pie was gone. And I thought that maybe Tom or Evans or somebody had got up in the middle of the night and cleaned it up. So I didn't think anything of it. And so I was kind of making a joke. I was like, well, which one of you suckers ate all my pot pie, you know, or whatever, just kind of joking around. Nobody did. And so we were like, well, what in the heck, you know? Who ate the pot pie? Well, we got real serious. It's like, did you guys get the pot pie? No. Well, and then Charlotte and Chris said that they heard something messing with the lid, like it dropped the lid. And I think they said it sounded like it hit the ground, hit the concrete. And so we went back and reviewed the audio recording, and something had come in there, taken the lid off, dropped it, and it hit the ground or it hit the table or something, made all kinds of racket. And then whatever it was, it took.
Should have been recording this.
Yeah, it was. But we got audio footage, audio recording of it dropping the lid. But here's the thing: it put the lid back on when it was done.
Where was this at?
This was at Boggy Depot State Park,
Where's that?
down by Colgate, southeastern Oklahoma, south central. Yeah, and that was a year and a half, 2 years ago. That was weird. But then Evans, I think Tom had an audio recorder that was set up in camp. Evans had an audio recorder that was set up outside of camp, and he got some really distant howls and several tree knocks on that outing. And we found a bunch of footprints. And we found that one footprint that I found up in the grass that was uncastable. That thing was 17 inches long. That was a big footprint. I had really good photos of it. I mean, you could tell it was definitely a very big, very heavy creature, but it was in grass on the dam of that little pond over there. And the guys found tons of tracks in and around the pond. And that was a pretty interesting weekend. I would say of all the no-bro trips I've ever been on, that was probably the most fun, I think. But we didn't realize how cool it really was until we got home and we reviewed the audio footage, you know.
Slept through it, huh?
Yeah. And I thought that Tom or somebody, Tom Crabtree, was sleepwalking and ate all the food. Got up in the middle of the night and ate all the food, but it didn't go down that way at all. So, Scotty, you need to tell them about your encounter. A lot of these people have never heard it.
But and it was north of Utah Springs.
Yeah.
So we were coming down that road, and it was probably, we were heading south. It was probably, I don't know, 9:30, 10 o'clock at night. And some car just was heading towards us, and I know something walked out between us. I know it wasn't no deer or nothing. There's just no way it could have been. And
What it looked like.
from what I seen, it looked like it had taken like maybe 2-3 steps and it was across the road. And I could tell it was pretty good size because it kind of blocked out their headlights.
Yeah.
And then it was just gone. And then after they had got past us, I rolled my window down and I was looking off towards the side. And my oldest son's in the front seat and he just grabs a hold of me. And he just says that there was something else that walked out in front of us. And I just asked him what it was. I said, "What'd you see?" And he said, "Well, I don't know. It was just big and tall and was on 2 legs." That's all he said.
So you were stopped for the dirt road?
We were just, I was just kind of not driving very fast. And my idea was I'll just go on down there a little ways and go to a little oil field road and take it and then shine the headlights off in that field. But I never did see anything.
You hear that?
Those coyotes.
Coyotes off in the distance.
So there were two of them then?
Yeah, that's kind of what I gathered.
Did you try to compare the size, the one that you both saw, then the second one? Did he know the difference in size, or did he even see the first one?
I'm not even sure if he actually even seen the first one.
So he won't talk about it.
Yeah, he won't talk about it. I asked him about it, and he's just like, "No, I don't want to talk about it."
You think that still haunts him?
I think it's one of those things that you see something and you never seen anything like it before, and you just kind of
Don't know where to put it.
don't know where to put it exactly.
Yeah.
You know?
Back it out until it comes back.
Yeah. But I still keep after him. I don't put much pressure on him. I just say, "You want to talk about it?" All right.
Well, did you tell him that you saw one first?
Oh yeah, I've told him many times. Hey, you can talk about it.
What's the surrounding area like? Is it just flat farm ground?
It's like
that-
this.
At that time period, from where it come from across the road, there was a cornfield, and then every year it varies,
Yeah.
different crops, and then on the other side of it was right there beside the road is a creek, a row of trees, and then there was a big open field behind it.
So
It's a
there
big old open field,
wasn't any really woody area around the whole.
just over at the river.
How far away is that?
That was maybe half a mile or so.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it's pretty close.
Walnut River.
The Arkansas
Okay.
or Arkansas, my bad. Right. But
Unforgivable mistakes.
yeah, and the other ones was where I actually found some footprints. Was right to the west of Ark City on the river.
That'd have been Walnut River.
Nope, that was Arkansas.
That was the Arkansas.
I'm not a Kansan, I can say what I want.
But yeah, we were down there.
Oh, that's right. You're in Ark City.
Yeah, Ark City, right?
Ark City. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, we were on the just right there on the west side of town. We was right south.
Oh,
of
that's
the-
real low and kind of swampy. through there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what that is.
Yeah, we were right south of the old Chestnut Bridge. And we were just down there goofing off, and it was, a cool Sunday morning, I believe. And
On foot?
oh yeah,
What were you doing? Just fishing?
goofing on, just running around. And so I had, I think I had my daughter, and then my youngest son, and then I think I had my niece and nephew maybe with me. But I started noticing these prints, like bare footprints, and I was like, wait a second, this is kind of odd.
How close? Where were they? Up on a bank or down by the river?
No, they were down by the river. We were actually on the river. What we call them, sandbars.
Yeah. Yeah.
But so I found more pictures,
Did you really?
and I believe
Wow.
I still got the video too. I have to look, but so I actually had everybody stop, and I said, "Look at these prints. This is kind of odd." Because when most people go down to the river, they don't run around barefooted.
Wasn't that in the winter time?
Yeah, and especially when it's like probably about like this. You're not gonna be running around there barefooted. So I actually tracked it from like coming from the city, from Ark City, across the river. And then once it got over towards like where the water was at, you can actually see a pretty good footprint. And so I tracked it on down the river, heading south. And then it almost looked like it just kind of took off like a dead sprint. head straight south.
How far between tracks?
I think it was about 3.5 foot or so.
Wasn't that big of prints.
No, they weren't.
Okay, like
They were about
human prints?
they were the same size, about the same size as my foot.
But they were wide,
Yeah.
So juvenile, basically, probably.
Yep.
younger one.
So I tracked it on down the river a little ways, and then it went right up into the brush. And, you know, I think it was another 10 or 15 foot. There was a little path. So, you know, to me that really didn't make any sense, you know, running around barefoot. Why would you just run off right up into the brush? But
You see that? I think I just saw a shooting star. I bet I got it on camera. It was right up there and through the trees.
I know October was supposed to be real thick with shooting stars.
Wow.
Like three different storms.
It was really bright.
I didn't see it. I was looking down.
Wow. Look at all these trees down. Keep an eye out for eye shine. Thought I saw something. Starburst.
Isn't that the four-wheel drive path?
I think it's right up past these trees.
This went through the dead end. We came up here. Think.
It doesn't look like it goes anywhere.
Keep going.
Here's that tree. That fresh fall down. Yeah, this is where it splits. Dang. What? They're bigger? These are hog wallers. Oh my gosh. Look at that. That thing's what? 24 inches deep? Good gravy.
That's crazy.
These are big. Wow.
Can you take a little short video for me? I can send to my buddies.
Yeah. Okay. We just stumbled on a huge set of hog wallers out here in the corner of this wheat field. This one is like 2 foot deep. I mean, I could lay down in that and hide. My goodness. They like this place.
Can we see it? What it looks like? Cool. It's like a hole.
Look at the bong.
I was thinking.
I don't. Okay, I'm just gonna do this once.
You gotta do it more times. That's it? You just blow it once and eat cheese?
Yep.
According to tradition.
Operators, man, it must eat cheese.
I figured the coyotes would try me.
Right. Maybe you did it wrong.
No, I watched the YouTube video. But that's what weight.
That sound did carry quite a lot.
There's multiple pitches at the same time being hit.
Sounds like somebody stabbing the baby.
Sound like a velociraptor. I feel like I've heard that before. That noise. I think velociraptor vocal cord.
Exactly.